All right, we're back for episode 10, the dime.
10.
10. We made it for 10. Unbelievable. We might not make it to 11, but we'll see how it goes. So welcome back to the Idiot Circle. I'm Mike.
I'm Fred.
I'm Rob.
Live from Florida this week. Rob moved to Florida. He left us behind in the dust. So
it's hot down here, guys.
Yeah.
It's really hot down
here. We'll remember you said that in about 2 weeks when you're sweating your balls off.
Yeah.
And we're not.
Yeah, when it's hotter than two mice fucking in a wool sock.
Oh, I gotta tell you, man, the air has been on the whole time. So because I'm so used to that drier, colder climate.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not used to this. It's already humid. I opened up my door this morning at 6:35, and the wave of humidity and heat hit me, and I'm like, oh, balls.
I took a trip to Naples, Florida once for a customer. I'd never been to that part. And as soon as I got off the plane, man, holy crap. It was so muggy. It was ridiculous. I thought it was bad. It gets bad here in the summer, muggy, but nothing like that down there. It's like hard to breathe sometimes.
It's really heavy, and it just like hits you like it just punches you right in the stomach, man.
Yeah, and not to mention you can't keep the boys dry ever, man.
No,
it's just like you got swamp ass the whole time.
That's right.
Swamp ass.
2 words: gold bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
it's socially acceptable here just to be talking in a random conversation, break out the gold bond and just kind of
That's right. That's right.
Is that one of the products that Shaq used to promote or still promotes, or didn't he do gold bond something or other? I don't remember.
Well, Jesus
that's
Christ.
a lot of gold bond. I mean, one of those boys is that big, man.
Well, shit.
That's a good meatball. That's a good meatball.
Right.
That's the one, a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's like when Shaq sends a dick picture, he has to use the drop box.
So what is the temp there today, Rob?
I think let me tell you. 70. It's 72 cloudy, but it's about 71% humidity. And it just poured here for about an hour.
Wow.
And then the sun comes out and you can just feel
it gets worse. No, not today. Today we've had good weather since I've been here. I mean, sunny wise, but today was a little overcasted and
rainy.
All right. Been eating a lot of grouper though at night. Let me tell you guys, been going out to all my haunts. Getting all my old
Do you? I can't remember. Do you like the blackened grouper or no? Have you tried blackened grouper?
Racist.
Blackened grouper matters, Fred.
Yeah.
I like the taste. I love the taste of fish. I love fish. So blackened to me kind of mask it a little bit. So I just like it grilled.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. Nice. All right. So Rob, you're going to kick us off with the topic tonight, right?
Well, was it last week or the week before we had that little conversation about is ketchup socially acceptable on a hot dog over the age of 12?
No. I mean, not, no. I mean, Fred thinks so. Well, I remember you saying it wasn't. I don't think we mentioned it on the show, did we? Or I don't remember.
I think it was in our Gars when we were all with.
It started at the Riviera.
Yes, it did start at the Riviera when we went out and had dinner and watched the Wings.
Because Rob, because you said, so what do you think? Ketchup on hot dogs, and Fred said yes, and you said it's only socially acceptable if you're under the age of 12, and Fred said, well, what's wrong with ketchup on hot dogs? And we both rest the case right there when Fred made that comment.
Little disclaimer to our 2 fans out there, Ruth, you being one of them. Once again,
I think we have 3. I think we have Lisa, Michelle, and Ruth. I think we got 3. Yeah, we got 3.
Nice.
But after we storm and take over the Elginak market, we'll have 5. But to the 3 proposed 5 out there, little disclaimer. Yes, our best content comes from our drunken stupors in a bar and it never makes it onto this program.
Yeah.
So I just like to tell you that. Just
Yeah.
right up front. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we had that little discussion. We talked about there's websites out there that, you know, say you can't put ketchup on hot dogs. And I think, you know, out of the three of us, this is probably a good representation of what the culture is out there. I think probably 20-25% or 30% of people would say you could put ketchup on a hot dog. But it got me thinking. And if anybody would like to put in the comments of this show after Mike uploads it, that we want to know if you think it's socially acceptable to put ketchup on a hot dog after the age of 12. But I got the top 15 things that are not acceptable over 12 years old.
But we're going to debate whether they are, right?
Well, I'm going to get these two idiots. Their what their answer is over this. So we'll start with number one. And I'll have a comment too, but I know you guys will definitely weigh in on this. And as I read this, there's some things I know I do. Mike, I know there's some things on here you do. And I'm sure there's, yeah. Watching or wearing, being a fan of WWE wrestling if you're over the age of 12, like a rabid fan. Is it socially acceptable, Fred?
It's socially acceptable to about the age of 16.
Fred's going to put a stipulation and he's got a 16 variant on there. Okay.
I'm going to say a deciding factor is, do you still live at home with your parents? So some people are like 40 years old. They're rabid WWE
Oh my
fans.
God.
They have a bedroom in the basement of their mom and dad's house. So their whole moral compass is all fucked up. I mean, they have no idea what socially acceptable is. So I'm going to say absolutely no.
Mom,
under the age of
meatloaf.
12 only. I mean,
Mom, meatloaf.
no. Now, if you're talking about WWF back in the day when it was really popular, we were in high school when we were watching it. So, but now it's so, I mean, now it's like over the top ridiculous. It was ridiculous then. Now it's over the top ridiculous. So I say no.
There's one of our idiots out there, part of our army, the idiot army, that are the three of you that watch.
Right.
That, you know, one guy has his Ultimate Warrior shirt still. It's got holes
or
in it,
Macho Man,
in,
or Macho Man.
Macho
Man.
Oh
yeah.
Snapping a Slim Jim.
Snapping
a
let me tell you something. Well, let me just tell you something, brother. We're going down to
eating a pizza bagel bites or wherever the fuck down in the basement. Oh God, come on.
What are you gonna do when Hulkamania runs all over you?
Fred's still in it. Fred's still in it. I think he watches it.
No, I do not watch it.
Can you see Fred with those little yellow shorts and the coolers walking around?
Nobody.
Meatballs.
Yeah, actually, I can see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
I can see it.
Okay, I think we're all in agreement on that, though. I would accept the rider if you're up to 16, but I think
that's about it.
That's about it. I love the fact that Mike says if you're still living in your parents' basement at 40 years old, you got more problems.
That's an acceptable. If you're still living at home at 40, you get a pass.
Right.
Yeah, I mean your life sucks enough. You get a pass.
Yeah, you're already in the category you fail the failure to
life failures. Yeah.
I don't think any one of the three of us do this, but I know friends of mine, lady friends of mine, that their husbands that are our age definitely do way more than what I'm going to talk about. And it is kind of an epidemic in this country.
Oh shit.
Playing more than 6 hours of video games or gaming in a week.
Under 12?
Yeah.
Is the cutoff?
Well, I mean, even though this one is 12, I guess you could say this is like a 16-year-old thing, but
that's even now colleges have sports teams and giving scholarships to play video games. I mean, I'm like, I put it this way. I had Yes. Because I had a PlayStation and a Wii, and I had Rock Band, and I had Guitar Hero and stuff like that, and it was fun to play, especially with my kids and stuff like that, and I really got into it. But after a while, it kind of phases away. But there's people out there that are die hard. I mean, there's people playing Madden right now and making $150,000 in a tournament. It's like almost like playing poker. I'm like crazy.
Well, I think if you're playing with your family, that's a totally different thing.
Right.
If it's a family thing, like playing the Wii, like the tennis or whatever, yeah, that's different, I think, than just sitting at home by yourself playing video games. But I think it's a generational thing, honestly, because like the younger generation, they've played a lot more game. They've been playing a lot more games than we have growing up. We were always
no
outside
question.
and stuff. So for them, they're kind of programmed. But I don't think it's acceptable to.
Let me give you this
that.
scenario, Mike. Think about this 16-year-old kid right now. We've all seen it. He's way out of shape. He's shaped like a pear. He looks like a slob. He's got his gaming chair. He never leaves his darkened room. All he does is eat Tostitos or Doritos, and he's drinking Mountain Dew all day.
Bagel bites.
Yeah,
Bagel bites.
playing Fortnite.
Yeah. This one I disagree with because although I don't own a pair myself, I would definitely do it. Wearing footy pajamas.
When I know you're gay? when a man wears footy pajamas that were macramated from a pair of jean shorts.
Disclosure, that was said in the jest of the 1983 way of that, you're just dumb and not in a sexually.
I think he was referencing 40-year-old virgin.
That is correct.
So no, absolutely not. Footy pajamas. Now long johns.
I'm the only one here.
Yeah. Long john. I don't know. I just
if you're doing the family
not long
picture,
johns, I mean fuzzy.
I know what you're talking about.
Right here.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid of zipping my junk up and
God, you have something about Mary situation.
Yeah. We
got
a
a bleeder.
How'd you get the twigs above the berry, or how'd you get the berries above the twigs?
Well,
no.
I mean, I guess the only way it would be acceptable for me is if it was like a family picture where everybody, how everybody kind of dresses up the same
pajamas
and the pajamas and
ugly sweater picture,
whatever. But no way am I walking. First of all, if I had them, I'd probably slip and fall and break my hip.
Because you don't remember, they got rubber pads down there.
Well, again, we're talking. Hi, I'm Fred. Have we met? So
yeah, I say no on the footy pajamas.
Yeah, I say no.
Okay,
it's okay for women, but not for men.
Right.
Okay, Fred, I'll start with you on this one, and I think I know the answer. Ordering and eating pineapple on pizza.
Not my favorite, but I would eat it. Yes.
Absolutely no fucking way would I eat pizza with pineapple. I don't even think I would pick it off because it'd still have the stupid ass sweet juice on there. But plus it has, usually you have pineapple, you have ham, and I'm not a ham fan whatsoever. So the Hawaiian pizza, definite deal breaker for me. I'll make a sandwich before I eat a slice of fucking Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I did this as a kid. I ate pineapple on pizza when I was younger. And then I got to the point where I said, absolutely no more.
Yeah.
No more.
If it's the last resort and I'm hungry, sure. But I would never order it myself.
Yeah. Fred, just so you know, everybody would eat a leather shoe if it was fried. So yes, figured you might.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is another one. And there's a lot of adults that do this, and I can't understand it. Being a raving Star Wars fan, obsessed with Star Wars memorabilia, toys, and the movies. Mike, what say you?
No, I don't get the whole Star Wars thing. When it came out when we were younger, I liked the movies. If I was I've watched them like within the last 10 years, like the original ones. They are so fucking bad. The acting's bad. The graphic, like the special
Right.
effects are fucking horrible. No,
So
absolutely
tell
not.
us how you really feel, Mike.
I haven't watched any of the newer ones, the prequel ones, the three, isn't there three of them before?
Yeah,
There's like
and you
six
should.
altogether or some shit.
There's
But
there's more than that. So
8, I think.
well, yeah,
is
because you
there?
got but you also got to throw in Solo, the Han Solo, and Rogue One. It kind of ties in everything together.
So we
too.
know who the fan is. up
Well,
here.
but well, here's the thing. In Fred's defense, he likes the movies. I know that.
Yeah.
This is more of like, there's people out there that will wear Star Wars crap every day. They have Star Wars tattoos. They buy the toys. I'm talking about.
Again, 40-year-old living at home with mom and dad in the basement, eating Tostitos, and in between watching games, watching the Revenge of the Sith.
Mike, so we know that both
No.
you're not.
No, I it's definitely not acceptable to have like a Star Wars tattoo or some shit like that. I mean,
I've
come
seen
on.
them.
That is crazy. Like I said, I haven't even watched the original 3 I watched. I haven't watched anything else to do with Star Wars since then. And do me a favor, go back and watch the original movies and tell me that acting is not horrible. It's fucking cheesy, corny. I hate it. Next.
Listen, I've watched all the movies in the last year. I've bought over $1,000.
Well, your son likes it, right?
Yeah, because my son. But then I started noticing all this stuff, buying this stuff, and going to theme parks and stuff. People are like just obsessed with this stuff.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, it is. It's like people go to that Comic-Con.
Well, the Baby Yoda bullshit. I'm tired of seeing the Baby Yoda bull.
Baby Yoda. Yeah, Baby Yoda's about to get cut. Like
he's gonna get cut.
Yeah, like baby shark.
This
baby Jaws. They need to have a Baby Jaws.
No.
Baby.
No. God.
Just like Baby Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh no. Hey, don't be dissing on Baby Godzilla.
Yeah, don't be messing on Godzilla.
Now you're stepping in on thin ice there, buddy. Don't be knocking Baby Godzilla.
That's right.
He is the most adorable character ever, right?
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's awesome.
Most adorable character ever.
He is.
You got problems. Okay. The next one, I know you got to understand this one. It's not have you or do you like it? It's are you obsessed with it and you have to eat it all the time? It's always got to be in your cupboard, okay? Because I know both of you are going to say, oh, I love this one and I love that one, but it's about obsession, always having to do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it socially acceptable over the age of 12 to be obsessed with sugary cereals?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rice Krispies all the way. Bam.
No, he said sugary cereal.
Yeah. Which one's yours, Mike? Because I'll go back to you in a minute, Fred. But you said yes. Like what are you obsessed with? Or are you just saying it's all right?
No, I have there's 2 of them actually. I have one of them, a box of it in my cupboard right now. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So at night, at about 9 o'clock at night, a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch as like a dessert. Yes. Excellent. And the second is Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms.
He likes a little strawberry wine and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. I don't, not the wine, but maybe Strawberry Quick and some fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hey, I know you like Strawberry Quick, so.
Oh, you know I do.
So, no, I think it's because to me, I treat it like a kind of a dessert, like you get, if you eat dinner at like 6 o'clock or whatever, 9 o'clock, you're like, yeah, I might have a little something. And
Yeah.
it's for me, it's something sweet. I'd rather have something sweet than like popcorn or something. So yeah.
Right.
Now, if it was that cinnamon toast crunch is not bad, but what if you had like it was Frankenberry? And would you go to the store to buy it all the time? Would you be embarrassed to put it in your cart?
No, I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Okay.
Nope, not at all. Like Count
Fred.
Chocula or shit like that, or I'd be all over it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. The last thing I care about is what people think about what I eat. You guys know this.
All right.
You guys know this.
Right. No kidding.
I'll eat whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want.
What do you mean? It's a beef jerky stick. I'm dipping in peanut butter.
Right.
It's delicious.
Everybody, this is a motto to live by. This is my motto for everybody. Never let your stomach know what time it is. How about that?
All right.
Freddie, what say you?
I'm a Rice Krispie guy. I'll eat Rice Krispies for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a snack.
Is there any other one though? Because Rice Krispies not really.
Well, Frosted Flakes, and I don't knock it, but I like it. Apple Jacks.
That's I was gonna say, if you didn't say that, nobody mentioned Apple Jacks, and I do like me some Apple Jacks.
Yeah, but are you obsessed with that, or
No.
would you go out of your way to?
No.
Would you be embarrassed if somebody saw you buying it? Or
no?
Well, I have an 8-year-old, so I have an excuse.
Yeah.
I can say my granddaughter likes them.
Yeah.
She's not eating cereal yet, but
Right. And one I will go out of my way to get, Fruit Loops.
oh yeah, Fruit Loops are stellar.
Yes, sir.
Nobody mentioned Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I did.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah. Those are my two: Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're magically delicious.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
All the Notre Dame fans love them. You should love them.
Oh.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
All right. Next one, sleeping. This would be more for, I think, ladies, not the guys, but for our two ladies.
Sleeping naked, probably.
No.
Yes.
I think everybody did.
That's socially acceptable over 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Or, especially when you turn like 13 and 14.
It's a known fact.
You always go to bed clothed. You were waking up naked.
Well, like I said, hey, I'm just telling you right now, sleeping naked is the best way to sleep because you don't get your shirts and everything all tangled up. I'm all about that, man. It's all about commando sleeping.
To the ladies of St. Clair County, there you have it. Fred Windsor sleeps commando.
How you doing?
Please, no letters and cards, just comments in the
right.
Yeah.
So it's sleeping with stuffed animals. Is that socially acceptable over the age of 12?
Fuck no. What the fuck? No fucking way.
And there's women I think do this.
Well, okay, fine, but we're guys, so I'm not gonna sit there and say, hey, oh, look, I got my little toy poodle. Oh, sleep well, Harvey.
Pretty little You're naughty. You're naughty a little bit.
You're so naughty.
Okay, this is just going to a disturbing place all over. This is like watching Joe Biden touch someone. It's just gotten bad. Okay.
God.
But okay, so Fred, just to recap, this one would be, it's not about if youth would do it socially acceptable. Do we think it's socially acceptable? And for women, this would probably be more a women thing. If you knew a woman who was 30 years old and she went to bed every night with stuffed animals, is that acceptable?
If she's hot, I don't give a fuck. I don't
I
know.
was gonna say that.
I mean, what do you? I don't.
I knew it.
I don't.
I knew
it. Sometimes it's people do stuff for stress relief. It helps them calm down.
We here at the Idiot Circle do not view people objectively for what they look like. We view people for who they are.
Yes.
I would be hoping for a threesome with the stuffed animal if she was hot.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
You're a sick individual.
Oh, geez. We are going to new levels.
Yep.
New levels. So what's your take? so it's for you, it's yes, it's okay then, Mike.
No, I say no. I mean,
You say no.
no. Mm-mm.
It's going to be a hard threesome to swing then if you're saying
I said Fred would be hoping for that, not me.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I don't know. Is a stuffed animal hot? I mean, we talking about like a stuffed animal of the, what's her name, Jessica Rabbit on what was that?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, Who Framed Jessica or whatever the hell her name.
Okay, whatever.
Probably be easier for
You
the three
fucking
of us to
bearded
have
freak.
if we had a threesome with a lady, it'd be easier for us to get the threesome with the stuffed animal and the lady than two ladies, probably.
Yes, yeah. I mean, for us, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Much
Okay.
easier. So
Where are we going with this? Can we move to the next subject, please?
This is kind of like the Star Wars, but I noticed this when I went to Disney last, and this is a big problem. People obsessed with children's movies, particularly Disney movies, and Disney as a whole. Some people spend $30,000-$40,000 a year on Disney vacations. They go every year to the same place. They also have tattoos. They buy all their furniture and decorations in their home in Disney.
Yeah. No. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Disney Channel, the Disney Plus and all that stuff, phenomenal. I love being able to see some of the classics and some of the new stuff, now that they own the rights to Marvel and things like that. And I love Big Hero 6, which is a great movie. So there's some really good animated movies, but the thing is I'm not sitting here dying and saying, oh my God, we're 3 weeks away and we're going to Disneyland. Whoo! You know what? Going to Disney World's fun, taking the kids and stuff like that. Now, in my opinion, I'd rather go on a Disney cruise than go to Disney. It's well worth it. It's awesome. It's top notch. But the thing is you get into that fucking that Disneyland or Disney World, and it's wall to wall people. You have to stand in line for 55 minutes or longer, just to get on a ride that lasts 10 minutes. They're starting to weed out some of the old ones, like It's a Small World and the Peter Pan ride and everything that you remember when you were little, and then you got a bunch of screaming kids. Like, okay, I have had enough. You can handle about maybe an hour of it, but no.
Well, Mike, so what Fred just said, I went to Disney in October when I was here with Gage, one of the properties, but it's been like this the last couple of times. He mentioned kids. It's not for kids anymore. That the major population at these theme parks in Disney are these 28 to 40-year-old dorks, like couples that have no kids. It's not even like a kid's place
that's
anymore.
weird. Well,
It's
I mean,
weird.
the movies have never been like kids movies either. They're
Yeah.
they're more geared towards the
Well, it's kind of like
adults.
Bugs Bunny and everything was when we were little. We
Yeah.
laughed at it, but we didn't even understand half the stuff that they were saying. Same thing with the Disney movies. Now, I had a former boss of mine who his whole family is completely obsessed with Disney. I mean, he even bought a car with that had a Disney theme, or was
Disney edition.
Disney edition. I mean, completely obsessed with it. They still go every year, and I'm like, well, and when he plans on retiring, they're moving down there, and he's planning on working in guest services and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you are like,
he needs
help.
He needs help.
Well, trust me, you know, he needs help.
Yeah. So, yeah, I say no way. Like all the shirts, and I wouldn't be spending my vacation at Disney World or Disneyland or wherever the fuck. No way.
I'm going on a Disney cruise.
Not now that my kids are older and graduated, and when they're younger, yeah, everybody takes their kids there, but I mean, it's for the kids. It's not for friggin', as you put it, dorky ass adults.
Yeah.
Got two more left on this list. Next one, and I think this is another thing more geared towards the ladies. I think it's something they would do, but it's so weird when I see it. And it's dressing up your animals in clothing.
Completely fucking stupid. Dumb.
I think it's funny for Halloween, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think we're talking about Halloween. Like I've seen recently in the last 2 years, two of my neighbors that would put their little dog in baby carriages thing and walk them around dressed and stuff.
No.
It's
man,
like,
your kid's a dog. Well, it actually is a dog.
Oh, it's
It's
such a
just creepy.
beautiful. No, that's
Yeah,
weird.
no, yeah. Hey, now, mind you, my daughter Taylor's got a dog, and when it's a birthday or when she graduated, she put a tie on
Oh,
him
yeah.
and took some pictures, stuff like that. But she doesn't dress him up like a Michigan football player and put a helmet on and watch him and put boots on him and he's watching him walk, across the room. No, she doesn't play that game. It's okay to dress them up like for pictures and stuff like that, just to, make it look cute. But people actually do it like for an everyday thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I actually know somebody who puts shoes on their dog. So when they go to the bathroom, they go out, they do their thing, and they come back in and they takes the shoes off.
Mike,
like,
so,
Jesus.
and I would say this, tell me if you agree, Mike. For men, we see a lady doing this with their pet. It equates to you ladies seeing the guy driving around your neighborhood in a white paneled van. It's creepy.
It's creepy.
It's just creepy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's just creepy.
I
Yeah.
think it's so like to Fred's point, it's okay to like dress your pets up as a joke for a picture and send it to somebody, but to go out in public and do that, like that's your deal, that's totally different. You do it as a joke to put a tie on them or a birthday hat or sunglasses or some shit like that and take a picture, but no, you don't dress them up and take them outside.
Yeah, it's right up there with people who bring their dogs on their fucking vacation. It's so stupid. I mean, camping, get it, okay, but you're on a plane and you got to buy a seat for your fucking dog sitting right next. No,
that's a little
yeah,
that's a little
bullshit.
much. Yeah.
Do you know that seat can be taken away? So the seat can only really be purchased for a human. So if they're short on the plane and they
Pugsley is a human. He's his own person. I'm like, what? Shut up.
Pugsley, love it.
Yeah.
Last one, Mike. Sleeping with the lights on or a nightlight?
Sleeping with the lights on or a nightlight? No. Fan on, yes, because I need it to sleep, but I need the noise. But no, not a light. No.
Yes.
You agree? Yeah.
Like a night light or just a light?
Like a night light. Perfect reason why. I, huge feet, want to be able to see where I'm going in the dark, and I don't like stubbing my toe in the middle of the night. I like to just where it's just light enough where you can actually see, be able to get to the bathroom or get to the door without killing yourself.
Well, you have to get a bed like I have. As soon as you leave the bed, the lights under the bed turn on so you can see where you're walking. And when you get back in bed, they turn off. Sleep number.
So, well,
there you have it. The single ladies of St. Clair County. Fred eats ketchup on a hot dog and sleeps with a nightlight on.
Okay,
what a catch! What a catch!
Well, let me just tell you though.
I think he's taken though.
Okay.
Sorry.
If they hand me a hot dog and you put a gun to my head and say you only can put one thing on a hot dog, it would be mustard.
Yeah.
I love mustard, but my mom and my mom put mustard and ketchup on my hot dogs, and I didn't. Because
you were a kid.
Well, no, I mean, but the thing is when you think about it and you've done it your whole life, and I didn't, until I went to when I got a little bit older and went to a baseball game and realized they didn't have ketchup, when they order a hot dog because it only got mustard. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, yeah, it's only mustard on a hot dog. Okay, which I'm not going to go running upstairs to put ketchup on. Just give me that damn hot dog. I'm going to devour it.
Okay, so similar scenario to Fred. Someone puts ketchup on a hot dog, hands it to me with a gun to my head and says, eat it. I say, pull the fucking trigger.
Oh, that's ballsy, Mike. That's the stance.
Pull it. Pull it. I'm done.
You're so full of shit.
I'm not.
Yeah. You're full of shit like a Christmas goose.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You're so full of shit, your eyes are brown.
Well, they are. Point taken.
Exactly.
Touche.
Fred, what do you got? You must have something for us. You've been working it up.
Yeah. So I came up with a couple things, and it was kind of a subject that we have talked about in the past, not on the show, but together. It's should baseball players or any athlete be allowed in the Hall of Fame if they've taken performance enhancing drugs? And obviously this stems from a couple of things, because recently we had the Baseball Hall of Fame, and there are people that should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, but they're being denied because all these pussies who didn't take it back in the day because it didn't exist are all ass burned over it. And the simple fact is if it wasn't for Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, baseball might not exist right now. And it's because the almighty home run. And sure, it's one of those things that people are going to debate about for years to come. But in my opinion, I believe they should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know, what do you guys think?
You want me to go first, Mike?
Go ahead.
I'll go this. So I think, PEDs is not like marijuana, cocaine, other forms of drugs. It's not like going out beating your wife to death or stabbing someone or getting drunk driving and killing people. I think it was the sports or the organization's responsibility to police it. And for a long time, they never addressed it. They didn't have a police department, like an agency within themselves to address the PED scandal. Mm-hmm. I do understand what the older players are saying, because it helps recovery with the newer guys, and it's kind of, inflated the numbers. But I think I don't want to punish the player, because they're going to do whatever they can to get away with it. And if it wasn't illegal, really, they didn't have rules and regulations on it. You can't go back to them afterwards and say, oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that, and now you're not in the Hall of Fame. So I agree with you in a sense, Fred. All those players, they should all be in the Hall of Fame.
So if it wasn't illegal, then I agree. I mean, if you're not doing something illegally, then it shouldn't hold you back. If it was illegal, then absolutely. If they knew it was illegal and they're just, hey, I'll just do it because my team is not policing it, that's a whole nother story. If it's something is illegal and they do it, then no, they should not be in the Hall of Fame. Period.
Yeah, and mind you, the fact that all the people that were on it back in that time, it wasn't illegal. It was made illegal after the fact. And
there's guys that did it after the fact.
Sure, and of course,
Caminiti.
Yeah, they got their 60 to 80 game suspensions or bans and stuff like that. But typically, when you have all that pressure on you to stay on the field and stay healthy, basically it was supposed to help you recover from injury quicker. That's how it all started out. And of course, if you look at the Oakland A's back in the day, every player, and I mean every player, was on steroids, and it was obvious. And and people who denied it that they were on it, I mean, it was so obvious that they were. But there's people who did test positive for it. You wouldn't have been able to tell. You couldn't tell if they were on it or not. So I mean, it's kind of a weird subject.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Well, Rafael Palmeiro, Andy Pettit. I mean, and I know, I hate saying it, but Roger Clemens, was, accused of it. But I'm sitting here going, I don't understand what you guys are talking about, because the fact is, these are guys that are, the only reason why you're holding them out too is because they're all because you think they're all assholes and they were jerks to you. The sports writers are the ones that are holding a lot of these guys getting in.
I know your answer on this, Fred. I'll come back to you in a minute. But
Yes, Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame.
No, of course, but
okay.
I think we all would do that. So he brought up Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens never really convicted of being on steroids, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, but still not in the Hall of Fame because there is a bad connotation out there, or they slandered his name that he was on steroids.
Mhm.
Mike, what do you think about that? I mean, I know you're not a huge baseball fan, but here's a guy that never was, he was only accused, never convicted or proved to be on it. He most undoubtedly, whether you know baseball or not, Roger Clemens needs to be in the Hall of Fame, but still is at first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know enough about baseball that he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think, you know, the biggest thing is why it's a problem with the country in general. Like as far as I know, the law is innocent until proven guilty, right? So why should this not apply in this case? I mean, I think it should apply in all cases. So if you're going to say innocent until proven guilty for the regular law, why isn't that, you know, I don't even know why it's a consideration. It's hearsay. You know, if people accuse him of doing it, or we think you did it. Hey, think or not, if they didn't prove it, he didn't do it, period. And he should be in the Hall of Fame. There's no question. My question is about steroids in general. Like we talk about Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. You still have to have hand-eye coordination. Does steroids, it bulks you up and gives you more muscle, but I don't think you need a lot of muscle to hit a home run in Major League Baseball. First of all, they're throwing 95 miles an hour. You make good contact and the fucking ball is going out of the park, period. I don't think you need to be on steroids for that.
Mike, what they're saying is and you're taking the guys that bulked up that were the home run hitters. However, what most of the people that are against the PEDs and what had happened is they know that it's about recovery. And what happens in a long baseball season with these guys, they all start out at one point. They all start out pretty strong. The really good ones can go a little bit longer. And the average guys go midway, and then some of the bad guys can't even make it through, healthy, with recovery. That's what the guys before them are saying is they made their recovery so much longer. They were able to produce longer throughout the season.
Well, I think the point is, I don't think people should be using performance enhancing drugs, period.
No, right.
But people did do it and it wasn't illegal. So there's no reason to hold them out of the Hall of Fame for any sport for that reason. It's not a valid reason, period. It wasn't illegal when they did it.
Yeah.
It's illegal now. That's like saying, hey, there's a ton of people in prison for selling pot in Michigan. Now that it's legal, why aren't they all released from prison? If you're going to use that argument, they should be released from prison because it's now legal. So you can't have it both ways. If they weren't proven guilty of it and it wasn't illegal at the time, that should not be held against them, period.
You know what, Fred, he makes a great point. And we could even extrapolate it or extend onto it is like, hey, we don't do anything for the advancement of technology of the equipment. That's unfair in the same retrospect. We don't do it for the way the kinesiology of sports has changed, the way the athletes, train, adapt.
Right.
Their bodies are much more designed to be more successful than they were back then.
Well, yeah. And of course, back then too, they're worried about all these people doing that, but these are also people back in the day were corking their bats and doing everything they could do to cheat themselves. I mean, stealing signs, corking their bats, loading their bats to, the ball's jumping off of the bat. Hey, you're next thing you know, frigging cork all the way down to the end of the bat. Chris Sabo got busted doing that. I mean, but the thing is there's always somebody you're not cheating if you're not trying. So, and the thing is when it comes to this, it wasn't illegal at the beginning, and then it became illegal. And I think what hurt a lot of people is they just denied that they used it instead of saying, yeah, use it because it wasn't illegal back then. But now that now that you guys are taking it off the market, okay, fine, I won't use it anymore. But you can't go back and punish somebody for something that they did when it was perfectly fine.
What should be illegal is the price of friggin' concessions and beers
Oh,
and
jeez.
tickets.
Jeez.
I mean,
Yeah.
why we start throwing some of these owners of these teams in fucking jail for what they rate people on $16 for a beer, $20 for a beer,
Right.
$10 for a hot dog. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Right.
That's bullshit.
And we're not making any money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I might have been born at night, but it wasn't last night.
I feel bad for you billionaires out there that own all these major league teams and NFL teams. Oh, woe is me. I got a tax write-off this year because my team lost, $3 million. Get out of here with that shit.
Right.
Well, and keeping in the same theme of baseball, we got something I know it's going to really be a great thing for you, Mike, tomorrow. Opening day at Tiger Stadium, Comerica Park, baby.
Whoopity-doo. You know how many shits I give about opening day for Tiger baseball? This many. 2 shits.
Why? It's opening day, the newness of the year, spring. There's things in bloom. It's the pre-course to summer.
No,
what?
It's a pre-course. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah. It's the foreplay to summer, huh?
Right. Yes.
Now foreplay, I'm all about it. But opening day, I could give a shit.
The days are getting longer. They're getting a little more warm and gentle.
That's what she
the boys
said.
This summer out on the grass.
Yes. Well, let's just say that tomorrow is usually a pretty special day. It just gives you. It's the next year for. Okay.
The first loss of the Tigers.
So you're saying there's a chance.
This is the year. Hey, to me, it's no different than the first college football game or the first pro football game. Everybody gets amped up, for it. It's a time of the year that it gives you somewhere to go to take your family. It can be
draw out $500 out of the bank to buy the tickets.
Right, no kidding.
Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, and then of course, you could be in Pittsburgh where you buy 3 tickets, you get an extra one free. If you buy 5 or more, you get to pitch. But it's one of those things. I mean, obviously for me, it's very nostalgic for me because I played college ball, and I played baseball my whole life, and it's nostalgic for me. And it's different. It's different for everybody, but some people don't give a shit about baseball. Baseball has lost its luster because it takes so long. You look at baseball right now, and you look at the average age of people who are watching it, and they're our age, and the younger kids are kind of focusing on other things. They're not like when we were little. We played in Little League, and then if we didn't have a game, we'd get up in the morning and race over to the Little League field, play some ball. Shit, those Little League fields are empty until the season starts.
So they got a 1:10 start tomorrow.
They got a 1:10 start.
They're going to play 3 against the White Sox Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And they're staying at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, having the Red Sox come in, going away for a week, coming back for the Yankees. But let me ask you this. A.J. Hinch names Eduardo Rodriguez, who came from the Red Sox, to the Tigers. He's going to pitch opening day. Is that because Hinch wants him to finish on Wednesday against his old team? Or do you think he's trying to give the new guy the big free agency acquisition to start to bolster him up instead of going with Scooble?
Right. Well, here's my thing. It's all about matchups. And I think, Screwball and Mize being second and third in the rotation. And then of course you got the lefty, the Alexander, at the end of the thing. So you're looking at matchups. You're probably I think they're probably having him pitch first so he can pitch against the Red Sox. You know, at least one of the games in home. So I think, you know, their pitching staff is actually is pretty is solid, not anything that's like dynamic by any means, kind of like the Braves were back in the day. But I think they got some solid arms. Screwball right now he could have a huge breakout year because he's been lighting it up down in spring training.
What's his name? Screwball?
Yeah, Screwball.
That's you call him Screwball. I mean,
Yeah,
but he's
right.
a good, like Fred
Yeah,
said, he's a good.
Yeah,
pitcher.
Does he throw
yeah.
a screwball?
No, he does
No.
not.
Well,
No,
forget
no.
it. I wouldn't watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, right. So
But-
here's my take. If the Tigers finish at 500 or above, AJ Hinch should be the manager of the year. I think within the first, I think before the end of this month, I think Miguel Cabrera hits his 3,000th hit. So there's really some things to really look forward to, and then not to mention the fact that Spencer Torkelson is coming up to play first base. You know, after being 1 year in the minors, and then a month later, you know, because Riley Green got hurt, he'll probably be up in May, and we're gonna really see what this team is made of. But they really made a phenomenal trade just before spring training and picking up Austin Meadows from Tampa Bay for basically Isak Paredes and a Plan B draft pick. I mean, to me it's a steal.
And they went out and got Baez too.
Yeah, and they got Baez and all that. But that just to me solidified like, hey, we don't want to be just sitting here saying we're rebuilding. We want to start moving forward. So you know, they actually were pretty decent last year. They were entertaining to watch last year. I think now with a couple of additions that they added onto the team, they actually have a very good chance. Plus they brought the catcher from Cincinnati.
Sorry, I was taking a nap there.
He brings up a good point though. They went out and got some acquisitions. And what people have said is they haven't bolstered their lineup or their pitching staff. They did go out and get Rodriguez. 5 years, $77 million they're paying him as a 28-year-old. So that's $77 million. That's not chump change for a guy for 5 years as a pitcher of that stature. So what do you think about that?
Well, it sounds like they're doing a better job than the Lions at picking up people. Jesus, they're like ridiculous. So
Ridiculous.
Hey, yeah, ridiculous. I mean,
yes,
I'm not surprised about what pro athletes get paid anymore. I'm really not. Nothing can shock me anymore. It's like whatever.
It's definitely
crazy.
A lot of eye rolling.
Yeah.
I think Boston was kind of ran their course with him. I think he finished 6th in the Cy Young in 2019, but he's got potential. AJ Hinch is a great manager with players, so we'll see what he can do.
Well, and not to mention the fact that he's pitching in a bigger ballpark.
Yeah, that's going to help too.
That's going to help too. They'll get him a couple extra wins too.
Hey, he's no Sparky Anderson, okay? This manager.
Well, I mean, nobody's
AJ Hinch is not. AJ Hinch could be the next Sparky Anderson.
I agree.
This guy is good.
Yes,
he is good. Yeah.
Okay. So he won't be in Detroit very long.
Yeah, well,
that's where coaches go to die.
Unfortunately, you might also be right about that.
I don't even watch baseball, and I know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
He ain't long he ain't long for Detroit.
This was a pretty good show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so bad. All right. So I guess that's it for another episode, number 10. What do you think, guys? You excited for 11?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey, you know, hey, just think about it. I mean, we've done 10 episodes. We've had some pretty good viewing by people, and we've had some good response, and we got some pretty cool things that are coming down the pike here. I'm not going to divulge anything, but I think it's going to be a couple pretty sweet shows coming up here in the near future.
can you not tease that because he's not confirmed, or?
Nope, I'm going to just keep
Okay.
it on the down low right now. Yep.
All right. I guess that's a wrap, fellas.
All right,
Hey, folks,
guys.
don't forget to get your comments out on the YouTube channel and on our Facebook page, The Idiot Circle. We'd love to have more topics and love to hear from you guys. Glad Rob made it down to Florida and he's all settled in, sort of. And yeah.
All right, go Tigers
go-
and take the Lions, Red Wings, and
Yeah.
Pistons with you.
Yep. Well, hey, so go Tigers and the Masters.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
baby.
Go Tiger Woods, baby.
The masturbators.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Peace
Peace.
out.